Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Ashley and welcome to Ashley's Roses. On my channel, I post lifestyle, cystic fibrosis related videos, vlogs, travel, anything else I come up with. And on Mondays, I just started posting more faith-based videos. I do what is called Monday Messages, where I share whatever God is putting on my heart or different things that I'm learning. So, during this time of staying at home, I have been trying to figure out all the recipes of my go-to favorite coffee shop orders. I have finally perfected my recipes, and I'll be sharing all of those with you guys today and how I make them. The drinks that I'll be showing you guys are an iced matcha latte, an iced chai latte, an iced mocha, and chocolate chip frappuccino. First up is an iced matcha latte. Now, there is a technique to making matcha. Some right, some wrong, but to me, whatever works for you, as long as it tastes good. That's my motto. But also, matcha is an acquired taste. The ingredients you will need are 1 tablespoon of matcha powder, 3/4 teaspoon of honey, a handful of ice, your preference on how much, and 1/4 cup of milk. First, you're going to take the matcha powder and you're going to pour a little bit of boiling water on it, just enough to barely cover the powder. Then you're going to take a small little whisk to whisk through the matcha. This helps get out any clumps. You can also sift the matcha. I personally don't do that. I just use a small little whisk to get out the remaining clumps to make it a very smooth texture and smooth tea. Then you're going to pour the rest of the boiling water into the cup. I probably poured in about a cup of water, and then I take my whisk and I give it one more stir. Then I pour in the honey to the tea, give it one more stir with the whisk, and then I'm going to take it and put it to the side. Now you're going to take your warm milk, and this is how I froth my milk. I don't have an actual frother, but this seems to do the trick. I take a little handheld whisk and I put it on low, and I whisk it honestly until the bubbles look like marshmallow fluff. I probably am frothing this for way too long, but I like how it looks and I like the texture that it gives to the drink. So if you look at the measuring cup where it says 1/4 cup, I keep whisking it until it actually goes up to where it's about a cup to a cup and a half with the bubbles that raise up. So I'm usually doing this for about 30 seconds or so. Then I take my cup of ice, I pour in the hot matcha, and every time I usually make a mess like I just did. That's why I usually do this over the sink and not over the counter. Once I have the mess all cleaned up, then I take the frothed milk that I just finished and I pour it into the mixture, and this usually fills up the jar. As you can see, all the milk is in there, and now the rest that is left in the jar is just the fluffy part. But to me, it's very aesthetically pleasing and it tastes delicious, and it's like you're having a matcha latte on a cloud, and it's amazing. Next up is an iced chai latte. This one actually took me a long time to figure out. I had several bad batches of chai latte. Now here's the thing about my chai lattes. I'm very picky, very specific with my chai lattes. I judge coffee shops based on their iced chai lattes. But one of my favorite coffee shops makes it exactly like this. I mean, I don't know exactly, but it tastes exactly like how my coffee shop makes theirs. I like my chai latte to be sweet, but not too sweet, not Starbucks sweet. I cannot do Starbucks' chai latte. It's way too sugary, way too sweet for me. So the chai latte that I like to have is a little bit sweet. You can taste the spices, but you can especially taste the cinnamon. That's my go-to. The ingredients you will need are 1 tablespoon of black tea, 10 cloves, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of black peppercorn, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cardamom, 1½ tablespoons of brown sugar, 3/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1 tablespoon of honey, a handful of ice, and 1 cup of milk. First, you're going to add all of the ingredients together. Then you're going to pour the boiling water, and I added about 1 cup to maybe 2 cups of water, and then you're going to let it sit for about 5 minutes. It has now been 5 minutes. You're now going to take your tea and you're going to pour it over the ice cubes. Then you're going to add the milk and fill all the way to the top. Next up is an iced mocha. Now this drink I've been making for a long time. For about, oh my gosh, for almost 4 years I've been making this drink, and I finally perfected it. Beforehand when I drink it, it's just like, this is good enough. But now, I perfected it. So first off, when I had to make this, I had to learn how to make chocolate syrup because we don't have chocolate syrup at my house. So I learned how to make chocolate syrup. The ingredients you will need are 1½ tablespoons of cocoa powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/4 teaspoon of honey, and a 1/4 cup of water. You're going to add all of the ingredients together. Then you're going to stir it up until the powder is covered with water. You're going to put this on medium and have it come to a boil. Then you're going to set it aside for about 5 minutes. The ingredients you'll need for the mocha are 1 teaspoon of honey, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 cup of coffee, 1 cup of milk, and lastly, a handful of ice. You're going to add all of the ingredients together into the coffee. You're going to stir it up until it looks like it's thoroughly mixed. Then you're going to add the coffee to the ice cubes, and then you're going to add your milk. The last drink is a chocolate chip frappuccino. This is actually one of my guilty pleasure drinks at Starbucks, just because it's like a dessert and it's really yummy and there's no caffeine. But then I stopped drinking it because I'm sure I can figure out how to make this. The ingredients you will need are 2 tablespoons of ground chocolate chips or 2 tablespoons of mini chocolate chips. You're also going to remake the chocolate syrup that you did earlier. And you will need a handful of ice, and lastly, a 1/4 cup of milk. For some reason, my camera stopped recording, but I went ahead and added the syrup, the milk, and the chocolate chips to the ice. I put it in a blender and I turned it on high until it had a smoothie-like texture. I then decided to split the mixture into 2 to make 2 small drinks, and I divided it as evenly as I could. I then decided that I wanted to have whipped cream with these frappuccinos, and the ingredients that you need for that are half a cup of heavy whipping cream, 1/8 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and powdered sugar for taste. Then you're going to use a whisk and you're going to set it on high and whisk it until it looks like whipped cream. So as you can see here, it has this whipped cream consistency. Let me know if you guys try out these recipes and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear that from you guys. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next Monday with a Monday message, and then Friday. Bye.